of crimes being covered up with all sorts of interesting materials. We have seen in the Delphi case sticks, and some believed to be Odinist ruins that were placed on the bodies of those young victims in that case. In Alaska here, we're hearing a story of a fatal hit and run that was attempted to be covered up with, this is the first one, moose fur. There's a serious charge.
Well, when in Alaska.
When in Alaska. I guess, you're right. I mean, it's maybe, do they still trade pelts there for, like, currency?
They might.
Delta Junction woman finds herself in a precarious legal situation after Alaska state troopers accused her of attempting to disguise a fatal hit-and-run incident as a collision with a moose. Chelsie Erickson, 32, was arrested on October 17th facing charges of negligent homicide, failure to render aid, and 2 counts of tampering with evidence. Her mother, Janell Erickson, 60, was also arrested and charged with tampering with evidence. The incident dates back to the night of August 28th when Chelsie Erickson allegedly struck and killed 47-year-old John Emerick, who was walking along the side of the highway in Delta Junction near milepost 1421. Instead of reporting the incident, Erickson was accused of fleeing the scene. The arrest followed an investigation triggered by a tip received by troopers about the hit and run. Authorities obtained a search warrant for Erickson's home, leading to the discovery of potential evidence related to the incident. According to reports, one of Erickson's friends informed the police that Chelsie had mentioned hitting a moose on the same night. John Emerick was fatally injured. Investigators attempted to locate the moose in question, as Erickson claimed it had run into the woods following the collision. However, they were unable to locate any such animal. Intriguingly, Erickson never reported the alleged moose collision to the authorities. Police, however, did locate a vehicle matching the description provided by witnesses on the night of Emerick's tragic death inside a locked, detached garage on Erickson's property. They found a 2014 Chevy Silverado pickup truck. The vehicle had several pieces of its front end grille removed, and moose hairs were discovered scattered on top of the engine. Notably, there was no fur present on the front of the truck. Well, you're likely not going to have a bunch of moose hairs just sitting on the top of the engine. Now, what will you?
Wouldn't they be mainly on the outside? I mean, would they really be under the hood on the engine?
No, I mean, unless, like, the hood flew off and the moose went in there and somehow got ground into the engine, but I don't think that's what happened here. Sounds like they took the grill off and then, put some moose hair onto the engine saying, look, moose attack. I think you could do a better job at this if you're trying to hide the crime. Clean up your grill. You got the moose stuff. Go put the moose hair on the grill. Go hit a moose on purpose.
You would think in Alaska it wouldn't be that damn hard.
Just go for a ride. Just nick a moose. I'm not encouraging that. So anybody who's animal welfare, I'm just kidding. Don't kid about hitting mooses. Okay. Anyway. The vehicle had several pieces. Okay, so there was no fur. The investigation also revealed that there was a moose head hanging in the Erickson garage, and it appeared to have bald spots.
Oh, no.
Maybe remove the bald-headed moose as well, raising suspicion that the moose hair had been deliberately collected from the mount and then spread over the trunk's engine compartment. This discovery led authorities to conclude that the person who hit her was an idiot. This discovery led authorities to conclude that an attempt had been made to create a false narrative of a moose collision. Chelsie Erickson and her mother, Janell Erickson, have both been arrested and incarcerated at the Fairbanks Correctional Center. The case highlights the serious nature of the charges facing Chelsie Erickson, including negligent homicide, failure to render aid, and tampering with evidence, all related to the tragic hit-and-run incident. Tampering with evidence charges were also filed against Janell Erickson, possibly for her alleged involvement in attempting to disguise the true circumstances of the incident. The legal proceedings are expected to unfold in the coming months, shedding further light on the events that the fateful night and the actions taken by the Erickson family in its aftermath. So there you go. I'm surprised I haven't heard of something like that in Wisconsin, with everybody's on their deer heads and all of that, or anywhere in the northern states.
Well, you know what? You and I used to live in the same city in Wisconsin, and they have spotted an elk that's like probably 5 miles from where I live. And that's not typical.
Does that mean they've migrated down from Canada? And
that's the only thing I can think of, because I didn't think that they were native here. Maybe they are.
Or did somebody's game farm like open up and then now there's elk?
That's a really good question.
Because that has happened too, I believe. I don't know. It's yeah.
It's weird. I mean, people hit deer around where I live all the time. And you know that being in Wisconsin, that was always a big thing. But you don't typically hear about moose or elk.
No, moose. I mean, I could see that being more common like in Colorado and I mean, certainly Alaska. That would have to be a very big impact on your vehicle, far more than a deer, quite honestly.
Oh, yeah.
I would think the moose would like destroy your car and potentially kill you pretty easily too.
I was going to say, if you hit a moose, first of all, your car's not going to make it through, and the moose sometimes is unaffected. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, like I could see the moose being fairly crash resistant depending on the speed they're hit at.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
it's a thing.
Well, bravo for creativity on that, but we're sorry. You're going to have to redo your assignment.
Want to listen ad-free? Want advanced access to all of our interviews before anyone else?
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
You get every episode commercial-free.
So you can binge on true crime
until you can binge no more.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts now, or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast next.